It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans under the lights on Thursday night.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Nashville. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The Tannehill going to keep it. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A toss right to Henry. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game. And now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, is Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second and very short, Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Let's go, baby. Let's do it.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Again, it's Burrow. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Show them what you got. Let's go. Let's focus in on it.
Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They begin with Henry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry, their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They keep it with Henry on first down to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. Down inside the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now it's Tannehill. It's complete. Burks. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact, the first incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They can't read us straight up.
Tannehill on first down. They set up the screen for Henry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From the 29, Burrow. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 right at the 30. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the Stix. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. To throw is Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Me and you, baby. Me and you. I bet you want it, boys. Let's go, baby.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Tannehill.
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill.
Going across the field, he finds Phillips.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Again, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Chigakakwo.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Titans get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's showtime, baby.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They try to eat some clock with Mixon.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff running left, Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 11. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing, Tannehill. Gets it to Burks. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
A handoff, running left, Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tannehill to throw.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Tannehill.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Tannehill.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he really threw the ball well, didn't he? Well over 300 yards passing, hit on 3 touchdown passes, and is delivering the ball in rhythm all game long.